Muslim's Gate. I'm so glad that you are watching, and we'll try to get the news out to you as quick as accurate as possible. Pray. One thing I'd like to ask of y'all: pray for my wife and I's health, and pray for our stamina that we can carry on the Lord's work and be enthusiastic about it, like I try to be always. Because it's such a blessing to do this. Let's get down to business. We'll start with North Korea. North Korea warns of nuclear war after U.S. bombers carry out provocative live-fire drills. North Korea state media has condemned a U.S. bombing drill on the Korean Peninsula, warning that the move could spark a nuclear war. And this is coming out of RT. You notice how Kim is so easy to use that term nuclear war, how loosely he uses that term. Every sentence just about he makes is nuclear war. If you do this, nuclear war. If you do that, this will cause nuclear war. Do you want a man like that with a stockpile of accurate ICBM missiles that can blow up any part of the world that he wants to blow up? I wouldn't sleep good at night knowing that North Korea has a stockpile of ICBMs that could hurt anybody in the world, and definitely strike the mainland of the United States. But you know, if we go now and try to stop them now, it'd be like Mad Dog Mattis said, it'd be a war of unspeakable proportions. He is right on that. It would be a very, very serious war. But do you wait until he perfects his ICBMs that can hit anywhere in the United States? That's the $1,000,000 question. Do you go now or wait and let him stockpile his weapons? And it'd be worse if something happens in the future. And he can kind of, for lack of better terms, blackmail the United States once he gets ICBMs that can hit anywhere in the world. But I wanted to give that. Let's see what else is out there. Norway shooting. 4 injured as gunman opens fire at Oslo nightclub. A man armed with a handgun has shot 4 people outside a nightclub in Oslo, Norway. I tell you what, this is becoming almost a weekly thing that somebody goes into a public place and opens fire on innocent people. My grandmother, God rest her soul, was born in 1900. And if you would tell her, she's been with the Lord for many years, but if you would tell her that and read her the headlines of what's going on in the world, she would say that would never happen. That couldn't happen. God wouldn't put up with that. But it is happening. Love is growing very, very cold in the world, and when you have lack of love, things like this shooting happens, and it really aggravates me and really gets me ticked off when people that doesn't have anything better to do with their life than to destroy it by going into a nightclub, a shopping center, or blow up themselves with a suicide bomb, or to innocent people that doesn't know them or will never meet them, and do destructive things like that. That really, really ticks me off. I tell you what, it's what are they thinking? What's going through their thought processes to do stupid things like that? To kill innocent people and think that you're getting a point across, and that people will believe you if you blow up yourself or go in and shoot people in a nightclub, for instance, would just happen, or strapping a bomb on yourself and going into a restaurant and blowing yourself up and 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people with you. It's absolutely insane. The world is definitely, love is definitely growing very cold in the world. Sorry about that rant. It aggravates the heck out of me. Moscow offers evidence to the UN that North Korea tested mid-range missile, not ICBM. Russia has provided evidence to the United Nations indicating North Korea's latest missile launch on July 4th tested an intermediate range rocket, despite the U.S. insistence that it was an intercontinental ballistic missile. I don't agree with that statement. I think it was an ICBM. I think he purposely sent the ICBM on the 4th of July for a personal insult to the American people and our president, to send a message on the 4th of July. There was a reason why he sent it on the 4th of July on Independence Day. There was a reason for that. And the reason wasn't good. It was an insult. And that really ticks me off too. Let's see. ISIS vows fight to death as Iraq military says Mosul just meters from imminent liberation. That was my last video. I talked about Mosul, and the victory is pretty much at hand. And kudos to the Iraqi forces for driving the Islamic State out of Mosul. And maybe some of those refugees can come back to their home. And you know, we give other countries billions of dollars. Why not give some billions to the Iraqi people to help assist them to rebuild their homes? Some way where it can't be fraudulent or anyways. You know, I'm sure President Trump has a way to figure that out. But a way of the money going to directly building their houses, not just stroking them a check, but building houses for them, helping them rebuild their house. Last one: Turkey will not tolerate Kurdish state and terror havens on its borders. I disagree with that too. For some reason, Turkey has it out for the Kurdish people. The Kurdish people, for many generations now, have been gassed. They've been attacked. They've been done cruelty to, just absolute cruelty, just because they're of a Kurdish descent. And I personally believe that the Kurdish should have a small part of Syria. I think the United States has an obligation for them being the greatest ground fighters against the Islamic State. For all their hard work, that they should have their own little state, for lack of better terms, the little piece of Syria maybe that they can give to the Kurdish people. I am definitely for that, because the Kurdish people, you know, everybody says the Kurds are the greatest fighting force against the Islamic State. But with that in mind, I'll wrap it up. Thank you once again, and like I say on my last video, if you thank you for your new for the new subscribers. Thank you so much. We'll try to do a good job for you. And if you haven't subscribed, I do not make any money off my videos. I do not monetize my videos. I do it for the purpose of getting the news out and to preach the gospel. So if God does in fact touch your heart, by all means, please subscribe. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And with that being said, we'll go ahead and close. God be with all y'all and your family. Amen.